Hey everybody, Bill from Iowa. Yeah, I know. We haven't done a Bill from Iowa in a couple weekends. And if we did do a Bill from Iowa, it was like, nothing major. So, what we're going to do today is a goat barn update. Haven't done one of them in a while. But this is the most significant part. So those of you who don't know, we have Nigerian dwarf goats, and those little bastards will give birth any time of the year, right? I think it's 150 days of gestation after insemination, and we got a billy goat, and he's a dirty old man. So one has to be prepared to have newly born goats any time of the year. So I'm sitting here in I think it's a 10 by 16 barn shed. We call it a barn. And this is the heating solution. That's an 8 kilowatt Chinese diesel heater. My buddy has an 8 kilowatt Chinese diesel heater. He heats his 2-car garage all winter long. And on high, said diesel heater with a tank, which I believe is about a gallon, will run 14 hours on high. This shed slash barn is a whole lot smaller than a 2-car garage. So I'm guessing if I put this thing on low, I can probably run 2, 3, maybe 4 days, without any problems. That'll keep, set temp, I guess the goal is like 45, 50 degrees inside, regardless of the temperatures outside. We're upgrading said Chinese diesel heater. As you can see over there, that is one of those old school, steam radiators that, back when I was growing up, 55, 60% of the houses were still running on steam radiators. But we're not going to heat it with water. We're going to heat it with the exhaust from this diesel heater. These little diesel heaters are like mini jet engines, right? The efficiency on them isn't all that great because the majority of the heat goes right through the hot box and out the building through the exhaust pipe. So what we're going to do is I'm going to hook up said Chinese diesel heater just like it is, run the exhaust out of the bottom. We'll go into that bottom port of the 1920 radiator, go all the way up to the top of the radiator, come out that top port, make a 90 and go through the wall. While said Chinese diesel heater is running, it's heating up that radiator. So we're capturing the majority of the heat that you lose from said Chinese diesel heater. I don't know how this will improve the efficiency, but it's got to improve it 10-15%. Once you get that radiator hot, it won't really matter. Even if this thing for some reason shuts down, this thing will be hot and still radiating heat. This thing runs on 12 volts, and a lot of you guys know that this entire barn is solar. So we'll wire this straight to the charge controller. So this winter, we'll be running it during the day right off the solar panels. So then at night, it'll switch over and run off that 200 amp hour lithium ion battery. A lot of work, but I'm having a lot of fun. I'm getting to put into practice a lot of those prepper stuff, prepper ideas that you see on TV. And I'll be honest with you, this is not my design. I saw this on a video, YouTube University. But the ability to actually put it into practice and see how it works. I own more than one Chinese diesel heater. Maybe someday might have to set this design up in the house. And if it'll work out here with absolutely No insulation. Just a 10 by 16 mini shed. Think of how well that'll work in the house. 5 minutes, 10 seconds, 10, it'll probably be 25 seconds by the time we get it shut off. Apologize for the noise in the background. We got go-karts racing in the backyard. I'm sure that'll be another, Bill from Iowa video here before the end of the day. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. It's Bill from Iowa. We'll talk to you later.